is this Tesla Model 3 performance package in this picture that was captured in Los Angeles this week. We're gonna discuss. Also, I have 2 comments of the day today. Both are pretty good, so we're gonna talk about it all right here live at E4 Electric, your #1 source for what's happening now in the world of electric cars. And we're gonna start right now. Once again, we are talking about Tesla Model 3, I believe, 3rd time in a row. Definitely Tesla Model 3 has been dominating the news cycle, but once again, look, a new picture, and this one was posted on a Facebook group, actually Facebook page called Tesla Owners LA. Check it out, there are more pictures there, but this Model 3 is charging at a Hawthorne, California supercharger station, but I guess it was also driven there by Franz, the lead designer of Tesla. So that was already newsworthy. But if you look at this picture of this car, it looks like it's got some, I don't want to say modifications, but it's definitely different than any other one that we've seen. Look at the bigger wheels, right? First of all, it looks like it's 20-inch wheels. That's telling you something. Also, the red calipers. Now, remember that the red calipers usually go on the performance package on Tesla. Now, if you look at the other pictures on their page on Facebook, you'll see that it's actually spelled out Tesla on the back of the car rather than just having a logo. Now, some people are saying, well, you know, this is just a modified car. Not really sure why France would be bothering, or even Tesla would be bothering with modifying their own car with aftermarket accessories, which, by the way, reminds me, you know, guess who's the sponsor of the show? Evanex is the aftermarket accessories for Tesla. That's a sponsor of the show and a sponsor of this channel. So I have my red calipers that I've added aftermarket from Evanex. By the way, the discount code in the description of this video, just for you guys. They've provided it for us. Okay, back to this one. I just had an opportunity to plug them sooner than I usually do during the show. So this is why people are saying, listen, with everything that's already been coming out of Tesla this week, which, you know, they're saying that their $35,000 version standard range Model 3 is coming out, you know, any day now. I don't want to say any day, but the next month or two. And their dual motor version is coming out in spring, as they're saying. And already a picture of the dual motor has been leaked right here. So with all of this Model 3 news, people are speculating that it's really not that far-fetched, that performance configuration, I won't say edition, I guess, what do you call that, is coming up as well, and this is just them testing it out and checking it out. So let me know what you guys think about this. Is this really a performance package, or is it just souped-up Model 3 that Franz is driving around? Let's see. Scotch says in the chat room, Tesla are the masters of hype. They know what they are doing. Yes, Sean, in the chat room, I'm saying, and people are saying that this could be a P3. Yeah, you're right. I mean, this, you know, they don't even have to do much. They don't have to put out a television ad or start doing some YouTube advertising. They just have to take the car out for a quick charge, and boom, we're all talking about it. But yeah, it is definitely exciting. So I think that is pretty cool that that is also coming out all at once. As you know, stock has been kicking those who non-believers' ass in the last, what, 3 months now. It's been climbing more and more and more. Alan in the chat room says, what does this video start? Well, it already started, and I think you're part of it. Actually, you might want to reload. I guess you're not hearing me if I'm saying this and you're not watching the video. All right. So let me know what you guys think about this. Is this the only pictures I was taking? Asking Sean. No, there are others. I just didn't want to take them all. From there, you can go to Tesla Owners LA on Facebook and see the rest of the pictures. I just didn't want to just take them all. Do you buy your shirts at Baby Gap? It looks kind of small on you. I just called what do you call it? Slim Fit, you know? So I think it looks fine, man. You know, what is this, a fashion show? That's a different channel I have. All right, listen, let's move on to something that's really exciting. I really was going to talk about it because I thought it was just kind of a number, but this channel hit 10,000 subscribers yesterday. And I have to say that, you know, I think the best part of this channel is this, right? The community that kind of formed around it. I have to say that even though I try to get you guys the best news and I try to read up about a lot of things, you as a communities have helped so much, not just to kind of gear the topics and kind of define the conversation, but also bring some information that I don't even know sometimes, and I appreciate it greatly. I see how fast the chat is moving sometimes, and how many comments I have to reply, and well, I don't have to reply. I enjoy replying to. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for being part of this. I'm looking forward to this year. Let's build this community even bigger because it is just fun. This is just the best part of my day, hanging out with you guys. So thank you. And by the way, those of you who contribute at Patreon will also see my video that I've created for actually other YouTubers who are trying to also meet their goals and build their channels and build their community. So I've created a video about my journey. So my Patreons who I appreciate greatly for their contribution to the channel can see that video as well. So thank you all for participating. And look how many people are in the chat room. Helmut says congrats on 10K. Istvan says congratulations for the 10,000. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Sean is asking, what do you think the fully loaded P3 will cost? I mean, it will definitely depend on what you put in it as far as the other configurations, but I mean, I don't know. It depends on also what the specs are. So I don't want to speculate. You know, I don't want to speculate. We know what it is for Model S, but also don't forget, they don't want the pricing of the Model 3 probably touching the bottom pricing of the Model S, or maybe at least very close, right? Like maybe with the BMW M3 and versus a 5 Series. So I would say that, I guess if I had to guess, it would be just right under what the bottom line Model S would cost. So that would be my educated guess again. Am I too early? Are you guys not being able? I think sometimes people can somebody type in the chat room that they just need to reload this feed if they're not seeing it, because we're obviously live and a bunch of people are watching. Okay, guys, let's move on to my favorite part of the stream, which is comment of the day, and today we have two. One comes from EV Planet. Now, I don't know, sometimes I feel like he trolls the channel, but sometimes he makes really good points. But this one, he kind of made, so let me put in the context. Yesterday in our 2-hour hangout, we were talking about, I was suggesting that people who are looking to buy their next car should be putting the deposits down. You know, we put a deposit down for the Model 3 if you want us to be an option. Put a deposit down for, you know, other companies that have a reservation line, and that way by the time you're ready to buy, you will already have some options that you can use because you put the deposit down. Now EV Planet says to that, replying, I would prefer to keep the money in my bank account rather than losing to one of these startups if they decide to fold. Now that's actually a good point, but then I got to think, you know, a lot of times you put a reservation with your credit card, right? And almost every single credit card has a protection, consumer protection. So I believe, and this is something, if you're really seriously thinking about it, call your credit card. But I believe what they will tell you is that if you are putting reservation down, let's say you put out $1,000 using your credit card, and that company goes belly up, or at least starting to go belly up, you will get that money back through your Visa or MasterCard or whatever. So you might want to check up on that, because he brings up a good point, and I think this is a counterpoint to that, that you will still be protected by your credit card company. So thank you for making that comment. I appreciate it. Let's see. Okay, you guys are talking about reloading the video. That's fine. Meanwhile, I'm going to move on to the second comment of the day, who comes from Cameron. Cameron is actually getting his driving permit today, so I hope that goes well. But he made another point where we're talking about, people were asking whether or not maybe Model 3 will have its price lowered once Tesla gets everything going, once the production and supply parts and everything will get cheaper like they've done with the Model S. I said I wasn't really sure. I thought they will maybe include some of the premium packages into the premium features into a standard package, and therefore you'll get a better value. I'm not really sure if they're going to lower the price. But Cameron says if Tesla removed the AP hardware, the autopilot hardware in the Model 3 base model and make it optional again, they could bring the price down a few thousands of dollars. And I didn't think of that, and he might be right. Now, I'm still skeptical of them ever taking the price down. They might though, because you know they will be running out of the federal tax credits here in the United States very soon. But this is something that is interesting. I understand that business-wise they want to make sure that all cars have it, and it is. And if not me, the first owner, maybe the second owner or the third owner of the car will pay them more money down the road to activate the autopilot or activate some autonomous driving features they're going to have to be charging extra in the future. That's a great business decision, but nevertheless, if you want to appeal to the, you know, market that's maybe even under $30,000, this is something you can do. You can take that hardware out. It will cost you much less to make the car, and then that way you will be able to lower the price. So interesting point. Let me know what you guys think about that, but I just wanted to feature 2 comments of the day as well. You know, I was just telling you how much value you guys bring to this channel, and really the star of the show is right here, and you guys prove me right once again. MCP Master 555 says, I think I'm going to wait for the Model Y. If you're looking for an electric SUV, you know, I was at CES, and I believe that this car, the Kia NIRU EV that's actually coming out this year, will be on sale, 238 mile, is going to be a great choice for those who don't want to wait for too long for an electric SUV. Granted, they don't have a supercharger network, but nevertheless, it's a still good. It's still a good range. Bromance in the chat room says getting rid of autopilot would bring down the price down of all electric vehicles. Yes, Tesla puts their hardware in all of their cars right now. Let's see. Alex's life says, Adrian, okay, it looks like some people finally found this feed. I don't know what happened, guys. Sometimes we're at the mercy of YouTube, but we've been streaming all along. Tony, how are you? Happy Monday to you, my man. Just celebrating 10,000 subscribers. And Tony, guys, as many of you in the chat room, I have to say, but Tony has been one of the more vocal supporters of this channel. For that, I'm very grateful to him. Thank you, Tony, for supporting my channel. And thank you, all of you guys, for that. Sean says, I read an analysis that said Tesla stock to double mid-2019. Thoughts? Sean, I never talk about stock because nobody knows what's going to happen. I believe Tesla stock will continue going up. Just as an individual, I'm in no way in kind of a accountant or an analyst, but just because this company is still growing and it looks like it has a bright future. But that's all I'm going by, and that's what I think. But you can never predict the stock. Do you think the performance Tesla Model 3 could lose its charge quickly, says Flint 567? Well, yeah, if you, well, I mean, what do you mean quickly? It will have a bigger battery if you, I mean, obviously that would probably be a wiser option for you. But yeah, if you're flooring your car all the time, you will, just like with gas, you will use most of it. But this range is already so big, it's like 310 miles, that, and even a standard for 220 is enough. I gotta tell you, I have not heard any complaints from those who have a performance Model S or Model X that they're saying that they're depleting their battery or using up their battery energy too fast. Nope. Harold says, did Fisker figure out the solid state battery? Well, they have filed for patent, and that's what they're in the middle of. Is if you browse to my channel, my featured video on my channel right now is my interview with Henrik Fisker at CES. I'm just trying to find the video right now, but I can't. That's fine. Just browse to the homepage, and you can see what he told me about the solid state batteries himself. Thank you, Hans. I appreciate that. Was there a free gift for the first day reservation holders? Says Incapacitated. You know, they send us, I guess, all a little card, but that can't possibly be the gift. I kind of have to say that I'm disappointed if that's what it really is, because that's really almost like a greeting card. So that's that. Yes, Varun, thank you so much for reminding everybody. Please hit the thumbs up icon, because this video will do better when it has a lot of likes. Let's see, Tony, I'm good, man. Just hanging out in snowy Minneapolis, says Tony. All right. Heard anything about progress about the ramp up? Bernd says, well, if all of these news that are coming out about the fact that they're just about to start taking configuration for the standard battery and a dual motor and now performance and all of these display models going to the showrooms all around, I don't know what else the news is. We don't know the numbers per se right now, but it looks like the ramp up is way just on the way. So that's, I mean, it's all good news. Yesterday we discussed everything in details in our hangout. So it's yeah, Model 3 is just kicking butt right now, and of course it's going to pay off. All right, guys, it's been great hanging out with you. 10,000 subscribers once again. Thank you. Don't forget this t-shirt, the Patreon link, the discount for Evernext, it's all in the description of this video. So thank you. Once again, I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And once again, remember to stay charged.